Hey, how y'all doing? This is Craig here again. Buddy of mine I work with got a Ryobi Weed Eater, said it ran, stopped running, couldn't get it running again, changed the spark plug. In the process of doing that, he kind of broke the end off the spark plug wire, so he replaced that also. Wasn't exactly the original, so he had to kind of doctor the housing, the engine housing up on it a little bit by cutting some of it away. Still couldn't get it started, so he got frustrated with it, brought it to me and said, here it is, see what you can't find out. So I've been working on it this morning. It's raining outside right now, so really can't do much else. Kind of giving me fits in a way. Pulled the muffler off of it. It's got a cat muffler on it. Looked inside the cylinder. The exhaust side skirt of the piston looked good. Some small, very, very, very small scratches down on the skirt. Nothing up around the ring lands. Nothing up on top of the rings. The rings didn't really appear to be stuck on the exhaust side. Run it down. Looked at the intake side. It really looked pristine. Couldn't see no scratches. I could actually see the crosshatch marks still in the intake side of the cylinder. Thought it might have been the spark plug, put it back together. Wasn't the spark plug. Run a compression test on it. Has about 105 or 6 pounds compression. Not really sure what these little things are supposed to carry, but you know, it's a pretty small piston. 105 pounds really ought to run. So I done a pressure vacuum test on it. Blocked off the exhaust, took the carburetor off, put a plug in the intake, hooked my vacuum gauge up, pulled right at 10 pounds of vacuum. It held for about 3 minutes before I let it off, didn't drop at all. 7 pounds of pressure. It held for about 5 minutes, never dropped. I actually put some magic soap on it. That's what the chainsaw guy likes to call it. No bubbles, nowhere. Not around the base, not around the seals, not around the carburetor mount flange, nothing. So I continued on with it. I thought, you know, there's got to be something here. No reason why this thing probably shouldn't run other than it is a little low in compression. But like I said, in my opinion, 105 pounds I thought should have ran. I'm wrong, evidently. 105 pounds isn't enough. I tore the cylinder off of it, and I was really surprised at what I found and where I found it at. After a little bit more digging into it, I actually figured out what caused it and what failed. But what we'll do right now is I'll try to show you what I found and what I'm almost sure happened to cause the issue for the no start, no run. So I'm going to set this camera back up to do the table here. Sorry about that. And we'll get started. Okay. Tore this cylinder apart. I actually tore the cylinder. Oh, that's my drink, not my flashlight. Ski soda, ski pop, whatever you like to call it. It's actually made with real lemons and real oranges. This is a Southern Ohio thing. Wherever you're at, you may not be able to find it. You get outside of Southern Ohio, southeastern Southern Ohio, nobody carries it. It's actually got more caffeine than Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew. That's why I like to drink it. I'm a caffeine addict. It's also got more sugar in it. A lot of people don't like that, but it gives it a really good taste. But anyway, that's what I like to drink, along with Pepsi and Coke and just about everything else. So anyway, onto this cylinder. By the way, this is a Ryobi. It's a Ryobi full crank 2 cycle. I'll try to get the model number. Sorry about that. Don't know if y'all can see that or not. It's actually upside down. Might work better if I put it right side up. Kind of hitting the roof of the barn here. I don't know if you can all see that or not. It doesn't really give the model number. Manufactured in 2016. It's 25 cc. Engine family, it's the GHCPS 0254TC. Oh well, so much for that. Don't want to drag this video out any longer than I have to. When I tear this off, I start looking at it. As you can see, that's the exhaust side of the cylinder. Looks really good, doesn't it? There's the intake side of the cylinder. Really good. Cross hatching still in there. Thing's not been ran very long. And then I look at the piston. And then this is where I really figured out what happened. Oh my God, look at that. Try to get this. See that great big gouge? Into the ring lands, in through the rings. The rings are actually stuck. And this is on the flywheel side, which would actually be the pull starter side. Sorry about that again, keep hitting my stand. Then I turn it around. This is on the clutch side, or the shaft side. Again, great big gouge right there at the top, right above the wrist pin. My first thought was the locating pins for the rings. As you can see, that locating pin's still in place. Where's the other one? There it is. And that locating pin is still in place. So then I started investigating just a little bit further, and then I noticed, look at all the lateral rock on the rod. That rod bearing, that lower rod bearing, has failed. And right here's a little piece of it stuck to the inside of the crankcase. And that's why it's so black down in there, I believe. I believe that this rod, this lower rod bearing, has actually been failing for some time. It's probably been loud. Probably been making a lot of noise, probably had some vibration to it. But I'm sure that crankshaft is toast. I'm sure that rod bearing is toast, and I'm sure that rod is probably toast. Sorry about that again, kick the stand. It doesn't matter how long I cranked and cranked and cranked on this, it would have never started. So I don't know what he's going to do with it. You know, at this point, it's probably as cheap, if not cheaper, to go out and buy another weed eater. Not unless if you can find one that's tore up on the working end of it, and maybe find a good block, salvage a good block out of it. Other than that, I think he's off to the shop to buy another weed eater. At least he's got plenty of time, because this is the middle of October, actually third week of October now. So I don't believe he's going to be using it anytime soon. So, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.